Hi, I'm Diane with Greater American Construction. Welcome to the Youth Spotlight program. We're happy you tuned in. We are pleased to partner with Spokane Talks Online to promote this wonderful new program. My husband and I started Greater American Construction over 23 years ago. We are a small family-owned remodeling contractor specializing in siding, windows, and roofing. Our focus has been beautifying residential homes in and around the Spokane area. Along with our dedicated foremen, who have been with our company for an average of 13 years, we pride ourselves on customer satisfaction. We have found Spokane is still a small community and feel the clients we've partnered with over the years will remember us long after they sell their home because of our relationships we've built. Greater American Construction supports many community organizations to include Girl Scouts, the Jonah Project, Chase Youth Foundation, Gonzaga Basketball, Miss Spokane, and many others. We are very excited to be part of the Youth Spotlight program by partnering with Spokane Talks Online and can't wait to see what our outstanding youth are doing here in our community. Please enjoy the segment and call Greater American Construction for all of your windows, siding, or roofing needs. Thank you.
Welcome to Youth Spotlight. I'm your host, Colin Pittman, and Youth Spotlight's brought to you by the Spokesman Review and Spokane Talks Online. I'm here with our April nominee, Dylan Soth from Lewis and Clark High School. And Dylan, you're a junior at Lewis and Clark, right? Yeah, you're a really impressive guy. You know, one of the first things I noticed on your little list here is you're on the Chase Youth Commission.
Yeah, I've been on the Chase Youth Commission for my second year now, and I'm really liking it. Yeah.
And so what are the types of things that you, and I also told you're the only guy on the Chase Youth Commission.
Yep.
So what are the kinds of things that you've been doing with them?
Well, we just had the Chase Youth Awards as our big headline event of the year, and we give out awards to impressive youth around the city for a various number of categories. And something else we've been doing are these small forums that we around issues that we feel are important to the youth in Spokane. So our first one was a financial literacy, where we paired with Spokane Federal Credit Union and put that one on at Freeman High School. And our last one was a, what was it?
The school safety.
The school safety forum at Ferris High School.
And I heard you guys even brought in our congressional representative, Kathy McMorris Rogers.
Yes, Kathy McMorris Rogers was there, and so was our sheriff.
Cool. Ozzy Knezovich.
Yep.
So what do you think that people might not necessarily know about the Chase Youth Commission? I mean, you guys do a lot of great things.
Probably just what we do behind the scenes with some of our city councilmen.
Mm-hmm.
So each member of the commission is paired up with a city councilman or woman, and we meet about once a month and talk about what the Chase Youth Commission is doing and talk about what that councilman is doing.
To kind of help youth, or
and just kind of let them know what issues we feel are pertinent to our demographic and let them know.
Very cool. You know, I think that some people don't realize when they hear Chase Youth Commission or Chase Youth Awards what that actually stems from. And Chase, that was the last name of one of our mayors of Spokane many years ago. So it's pretty neat that, you know, that's kind of his legacy now. We have Chase Youth Commission and Chase Youth Awards in Spokane.
Right.
So I'm glad that you can be a part of that. I received a Chase Youth Award at the Chase Youth Awards a couple weeks ago, and that was really cool to see how many kids, you know, the Fox Theater was packed with kids from all over the area. And some of the things that kids have done is like, wow. You know, kids in our area have done these things. So, you know, especially I think one of the things that impressed me was after the Freeman shooting. You know, so many kids did things to help and support with that. So we'll kind of steer away from that for a bit. But what activities are you doing at LC? What kind of things are you involved in?
Of course, I'm in LC lacrosse. So
nice.
That's my 5th year playing lacrosse. Really like that. We're having a good season. I'm also, some of my friends and I started the LC Hiking Club, which also received the Chase Youth Award for our leadership at LC. That's really fun. Just, you know, get out there and get some hikes going, and we have a good community built up at LC, so I really like that. And I've also participated in a Skills USA programming competition, and the past couple years, the Cyber Patriots cybersecurity competition.
You know, I watched a lacrosse game a while ago, and they are fast.
Yeah.
It's confusing if you don't know the game and like know how to watch it. It moves quickly.
It's
So you
very
got to
fast-paced.
really pay attention and know what's going on, because otherwise you're gonna be so lost.
For sure.
So do you guys have a really big team?
Yeah, it's about 30 kids.
Nice.
So we have a JV and a varsity program.
So what other schools do you kind of compete with in lacrosse?
It's most of the schools in Spokane now. So West Valley, G Prep, Mount Spokane, Meade, CV, Ferris.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's really growing a lot in Spokane.
Are you pretty competitive?
Yes,
Good.
very competitive.
So you said you've been doing lacrosse for 5 years. So you're only a junior.
Yeah.
So did you do lacrosse in middle school then? Or
Yeah,
I
did. The youth program is really great in Spokane, and
Cool.
I had a really good experience with that.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that you've done, which I think is really interesting and really actually very cool, you worked with homeless youth in Spokane specifically
Yep.
for a while now. So what kind of things have you done to work with, homeless youth in the city?
Yep. Well, it started as a school project, so a service project where I went around downtown Spokane meeting with homeless youth, and I had art supplies, so we just kind of handed those out and just talked with these homeless youth and kind of got to know them, and through that made some connections, and were able to invite them to be part of a First Friday event that we titled Convo Art, where we'd host workshops at community spaces around Spokane and invite them to come paint a pair of shoes, a pair of white Converse that we provided, and we provided the materials for them to do so, and then showcased their creation in an art space on the First Friday.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I think a lot of them had a really great experience
Did you have a
with
good
that.
turnout? How many people do you think
Yeah, I
showed
think
up?
we had like about 20 pairs of shoes, and we had
Wow.
people coming through most of the night. We also had like break dancing, and it was really fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have just realized recently how big, the homeless youth problem in Spokane really is.
Yeah.
And the homeless problem in general. So did you really know that there was such a problem in Spokane specifically before you kind of started getting involved with this homeless youth stuff?
I'd say I probably realized the scale of it all, like last year during the Chase Youth Commission, because we focused a lot on human trafficking, and just some of the experts that came in, and just some of the numbers are just downright scary.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really realized that while I was working with them, but the fact that that's happening in our city is pretty
Right.
saddening. But
Right. And I think, we tend to think that while Spokane is a city and it's large but small at the same time, I think we kind of tend to believe that, those things, that's not really an issue here. But,
Right.
it's sad to think that it really is.
yeah.
So, you're a junior.
Yeah.
Where are you looking to go to college? Have you kind of started thinking about that?
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of state. Boston looks like a nice area to me. There's a lot of good colleges there that I'm interested in, and maybe somewhere in California too, if that doesn't pan out.
Any idea what you want to do?
I want to be an engineer, a mechanical engineer.
Nice.
Yep.
MIT, looking at MIT?
MIT, yep.
That'd be
I
a good
love that
school.
campus.
Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, Dylan. Well, we're glad to sit down and talk with you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Very, very impressive, all the things you're doing, and I wish you the best as you head off to college and start that whole process.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us on our April edition of Youth Spotlight. Be sure to tune in every month as we interview a new nominee for Youth Spotlight in our region. We do want to thank our sponsor, Greater American Construction, for sponsoring this amazing program, honoring and recognizing youth in our community. We'll see you next month.